Hello and welcome to Working Title. I'm Ryan Fring with the BitLife Show. On today's episode, we talk about the NAB Show, the National Academy of Broadcasters Show 2016. We just got back. This is our second year there. This year it was John, Julia, myself, Jeff, and Scott, and Max. All six of us. It was glorious. All right, it's morphin' time. So last week we were at the NAB Show, the National Academy of Broadcasters Show, and they're very particular. They don't want you to say NAB. They're like, no, say National Academy of Broadcasters.
I can never remember what the A stands for. I'm always like National Association.
I thought it was association.
I keep saying Academy, don't I? I think it's association.
Is it association? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was, okay.
It's stupid. It should just be called NAB. But anyway, where everything from radio to satellite TV to cameras and gear and all that stuff.
Like the weather van and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was
A lot of
so
broadcasting.
crazy.
Everything with production is there, radio, film, and television. And it's really cool for us to go and see, and we like to go for John and I to just meet vendors and talk to them about their new products and see what's happening and meet other people. And, you know, it's just kind of a great social business experience. And then for other people, we've let them kind of do the other sessions where they get to talk to great
An Academy
famous
Award-winning
people.
editor.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Also, visual effects artists who have worked in the field for the last 30 years.
Worked on Star Wars.
Yeah.
Andrew Kramer.
Andrew Kramer was there too. Yep, which was fantastic.
Yep. The guy who created the workflow process for visual effects for the movie Avatar, so they could make the movie The Jungle Book.
Yep.
He has more letters behind his name than a lot of other people I know.
Yeah, because he's accredited for like the
Editors.
Directors Guild, the Editors Guild, the Camera Guild. So he's like DGA and ACE,
Lollipop Guild.
like just
Yep.
Yeah, he's just started making something up. The Camera
Yeah.
Guild, the
It's like John
C47
Legato, and then it's like ACE, DGA,
You know, I know.
LMNOPQRS. It just kept going.
It's important to go through
DDS.
those letters slow because
PhD.
if not, then you won't understand that they're a part of the alphabet. You'll think that they are one word like MNNOP.
LMNOP.
Yeah. See?
Elemeno, spelled ELMENO.
Elemino.
Elemeno.
Yeah. So we went there last week, and let's see, we went there on Sunday.
Very early we arrived.
So Jeff, this is your first time there.
Yes.
Your maybe second or third time in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts when we were heading out there? Did you have a understanding of what was going to happen? That we were going to dance the night away?
I didn't expect that step of the evening. I do know, because I remember seeing the photographs from last year, and obviously Phil and I were back here making fun of the photos that you guys were posting while you were out there.
Oh wait, is that what you guys were doing?
I thought you were at an actual conference.
Yeah, we weren't. I
Wait,
wasn't even paying attention.
I said making fun of? I said making a drive to.
Oh, drive to?
We were driving.
Like a number two? Like a drive to? Like there's
yes, we were working on so many projects simultaneously. We had to have a second hard drive.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay.
Cool. We got that.
Cool.
I hate you all.
I'm going to Backflip Conf next year.
It's gonna be just all inside jokes. But no, that was interesting because I didn't know. I kind of had an idea of what was gonna happen and kind of go into it. But that was the first type of a conference like that I'd ever been to. Just the floor, the sheer size of the floor, and the fact that the Sony booth was three times the size of
It's
this
like 2
room,
acres of
and
land.
yeah, it's just it kept going, and it
I
just
totally felt out of place when you walk in there because I feel like Sony is maybe geared more towards bigger broadcasts and productions and people who wear suits every single day.
Yeah.
Because we walked in there and they wanted to scan us, and you see these products and this is 60,000 and hundreds of thousands, and you're like, I don't think I'm who you want in here, but sure, you can scan my badge.
I felt incredibly underdressed in many places. And I was wearing this, which is just like a t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah, and you haven't taken it off yet.
No,
which I've been meaning to talk to you
This
about.
was white when I purchased it. It's not white anymore.
That's not bad. It could be yellow, instead it's blue.
And I sweat
purple.
blue milk is what I do. I drink a lot of blue milk
Wait,
from Star Wars.
blue milk?
Blue milk.
Is that Star Wars? How do you know it's milk?
Well, that's just kind of the colloquial.
The colloquialism.
Colloquialism.
So those who live in a cantina know that
That's
it's
blue milk. Where do you think they get it from? Tauntauns.
So you had a good time.
I had a great time.
And Julia, this is your
My
I guess
second time.
it was our second time too.
Yeah.
But what was different than your first time?
What I really enjoyed this time was I was able to go to a full day of Creative Masters Series, and I really enjoyed, I guess, having a more focused experience. I wanted to do they had some nice things in post-production world, but it was just like insanely expensive. So to go to like a full day, as well as there was a Gals in Gear session in the morning that I'd gone to. So I really enjoyed that focus of being like just in the same room the whole day. And this is after a full day of walking and like being sore from walking. You walk more than you've ever walked in your entire life.
It still burns a little bit in the back of my
Does it?
calves.
Yes,
Like,
that's
it's
from all the dancing. But
oh yeah.
so that I enjoyed that. I enjoyed also the weather was really nice. So I'm not going to lie and say I didn't enjoy the pool.
Oh
That
yes.
would be
it
lying.
was much nicer than last year.
Yeah,
And it was funny.
much nicer.
We were walking around. We're like, "Where are you guys?" We were like, "We're at the pool."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh,
We did
I'm
that.
working at the pool. I was working. It was
Yeah.
pretty sweet. I'm like, I have to get some work done, so you
Yeah,
just
you're
go
pretty
down there and type on my computer in the shade. I'm like, this is unbelievable. Let's set up some shoots though. So it was good.
oh, so nice too," because it was like, I don't know, it was 80 when we got there, and then maybe 80 the next day, and then 90. But it's a very different heat than we're used to up here. So we were in the shade the last day, Friday, when we flew out, and that was just amazing.
Yeah.
Like, not really a sweat, but then you had like a good wind coming through, and with it being 90, it was paradise.
It was
It was paradise.
paradise. It was almost like we were in a desert.
And like 67 and humid, I'm just like sweating.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yesterday I was working in the yard and it got really humid in the afternoon, and all of a sudden Kurt's like, I'm like, I'm gonna die, I can't. He's like, so you're adjusting back to the humidity. Also, my hair curled back up immediately. Like in Vegas, my hair was straight.
Yeah, because I was like, "Did you get a haircut?"
No,
You're like,
it's just
"No,
my hair's straight
There's no
now
humidity.
because there's no
Yeah.
humidity. So yesterday I thought I was gonna pass out. And like, yeah, that desert heat's way nicer.
Oh, yeah.
Also, allergies are the worst right now, so that's the other thing that was nice.
It's hard to have allergies in a land where nothing grows.
The other
It's
thing
all
that I
good.
was focused last year was it's
Wait,
really
what was that? The other
This
thing I was
year,
spoken this year,
last
last year.
year. I'm still-
Sometimes when I drink water fast.
sometimes.
This is water?
Last year I was kind of
vodka.
all over the place. Like, I'm gonna check out North Hall and then South Hall and then Central Hall. And this year I was like, I'm gonna check out one hall at a time. I'm gonna go to just the places, like I said to you that day. I'm like, just take me where you want to go. So we're like, all right, we want to check out 6 different places.
And we hit up good. We hit up
You
the
started
key
the montage
places.
right there.
Yeah. Not being indiscriminatory. Like saying we're
Montage.
gonna go here, 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 and here, and that was really nice. So I would recommend if you go to NAB, pick out where you want to go per hall, and if there's nothing in a hall, don't even go in there.
But the key
Because
thing is that they're usually all so spread out that you're like, because our plan was like, oh, we're gonna go to Sony and then we'll swing by. Oh, there's Pond 5. Oh, okay, so we swang we swung over there. We swang over there. Jeff is hard with grammar. That was weird.
One thing, I always feel really bad.
I didn't.
Jeff is hard with grammar.
The bottle is my glass.
We haven't had to
There.
speak business language in a week.
Yeah, you haven't had to talk like a normal person in a
I
while.
know, and it's really hard.
Well, 3 days. One thing that I always feel bad is like you go into the back corners, and there's like companies, like great companies with great products, but for whatever reason they're in the back corner. No one's at the booth, and there's totally this like lame kid at the school ground vibe of like, well, I don't want to go over there. No one else is over there, and I feel terrible because some of them are cool, and so like I try to visit. Not Pond 5, but who was it? Lens Rentals. They were like off in the side, and we love them and rent from them a lot. And there was no one there, and they seemed to be very cheerful and happy. But I was just like, oh, you're
Did
off
they
in the
like
side.
elbow each other like, quick, someone's coming.
Oh my
Wake
gosh,
up.
put your clothes back on. Like, why are our clothes
Wake
on?
up.
What's
You go
going
back there,
on?
you're like, hey, what's your name? Oh, are you new here? Yeah. Well, maybe
so much
we
for
can eat
coming.
lunch together
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
Come
leave.
over to my house.
I gotta go.
Please don't leave.
I'm gonna go over to B&H.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was interesting to see. John, you have also been there 2 years in a row.
And it's also sponsored by Diet Coke,
Also
apparently.
drinking Diet Cola while there. That was one thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I need so much water.
Yes.
While there, like I couldn't stop drinking water.
I do like my water.
What was there anything better about this year? You wiser? Was it more enjoyable?
Oh, I'm wiser, stronger, faster.
Swing and a miss.
Not so easy to talk now, is it?
Julie asked me if I had the 8 gigabab card in there
Yes.
before.
The 8 gigabab.
Gigabab?
Words.
We're professionals. Ryan is not.
It was interesting to see how the trends, like how you can see the trends. And I guess you can read an article about the trends, but it really doesn't stick with you the way that seeing what's happening this year does when you look across the floor and just see how many booths have, for this year was VR and 360 video, just how many booths have this thing. Last year was drones, the first time drones were really on the scene. This year drones were everywhere, but you can see the other thing, which is like, oh, this is an emerging thing that's all over the place. And you can read it, like I said, you can read an article and it just says like, oh, VR is really big this year, but it doesn't communicate it in the way that seeing it everywhere and seeing the companies that have like just terrible products, but you can see that there are ones that are like, oh, they're also trying to get into VR and these are trying to get into VR, and you know. So that was kind of cool just to see 2 years back to back and see how the whole like exhibits had shifted in a different direction, including down to like Adobe talking about VR and how it was in their product. It was like, what the heck, I didn't even know this was going on.
This was a thing, and like apparently everybody's doing it.
Yeah, and that was one thing we were talking about in earlier podcast. Is it earlier? Is it going to be finished earlier?
Yes.
Probably yes.
Yes.
Well, this is maybe our recap, so maybe it's a later one where we talk to Tim. But anyway, about the prevalence of VR and 360 across the spectrum of, of size of companies. Like Nokia was there, and they had something on all the devices, and then you go down to the smallest company, and I don't remember many of those. We kind of passed those by, but very small companies as well. So there's a huge range of companies who are investing in this technology, and that's, I think, when you kind of say, yeah, maybe this is going to stick around, as opposed to like 3D, which I don't know what it looked like at NAB 2 years ago or however 3 years ago when 3D kind of broke out. But 3D is one of those things that very quickly was gimmicky, still kind of gimmicky, like it hasn't found a real necessary place in production. Whereas VR, it seems like it could very well be the right tool for a particular job. 3D, they just slap it on everything, but VR, you can't tell a normal story in 360. It's very
You have to
difficult.
plan
Like,
a story.
Like, who cares? Who cares what's up there?
Yeah.
Who cares what's over there? Does it make your story better and the experience better? And I think a lot of the times the answer is no. But for something like a destination or seeing a space. Or Where's Waldo, Corridor Digital did this great Where's Waldo video. Things along those lines really work out well and lend themselves towards that format, as opposed to just everything now is like, well, we probably will do a 3D version. So that was really kind of cool for me to see.
Yes.
Nobody else. All right.
Okay.
Next point.
I was trying to go somewhere with that, and I lost track of it. Yeah, because the problem with
VR.
360s, yeah, like you said, it's very gimmicky. It can still be gimmicky unless used
Absolutely.
correctly. And like, the tour of a space would be very awesome to do. Like what?
I'm gonna go get the
You're
360
gonna get
camera.
the 360 camera.
We have a 360 camera from that.
Enter the gimmick. No, the like one place that could be really useful would be like if you're doing a tour of a home. Like that would be kind of cool, because then like in some real estate websites will do that, whereas a photograph. But if it was like an actual video walkthrough of the home would be kind of cool. We were discussing because we went to the gym one morning.
Oh, yeah.
Like the bikes and the treadmills and all that stuff have like a TV screen on the front of it that you can choose your course, and it will show you a video that somebody recorded, but it's very flat. It's obviously it's a flat, just little TV screen of bits and pieces of a trail. Well, that could be somewhere where a VR like goggles could come in handy, because
That
you
would
could
be really cool.
like actually videotape an hour trek across like from this road to that road, and let me throw on goggles, and actually, as I'm pedaling,
Right.
I can actually
Look
act and
around.
look a little bit more like I would had I been out in the location.
Yeah.
This is pedaling, by
On
the
a
way.
bike.
Oh, that's
On a
good.
bike.
Set on a bike.
It's
It looks like the dancing from the other night. as
it
well.
is. That's pretty much how I dance. That is also how I get the ladies
The lady.
with my
Ladies.
blue milk shirt.
You're like, this is blue milk from
This
Star
is
Wars.
blue milk from Star Wars. Don't you understand anything?
Oh gosh!
If you
So
don't know
this
what it is.
this is our 360 camera. We saw it and it was very inexpensive, so we wanted to test before we spent a lot of money on a GoPro experience. The GoPro setup that would be higher resolution, but certainly more costly, and there's not the technology out there to make it super easy. So maybe we'll put a link right down here. Click
Oh, yes.
on for the 360 video. So let me just awkwardly get this
Ooh.
going.
It made a sound.
He's for the audio listeners. He's putting it out there. He's setting it up. There it is.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Julia and Jeff are on the seams.
Oh, what's going on my face? That better
It's
be
actually
awesome.
pretty good though. It's a pretty good on the
Good link.
Over there.
yeah. Good lead.
Over there.
Good lead.
Yeah, so you can actually see on. Okay.
You can see that nobody. Oh, Jeff. Oh, Jeff.
It's actually probably my fault with shaking the table. So this is the whole point of
If anyone-
360,
If anyone chooses to.
to show the guy behind the camera. Also, you're
That's
gonna have to
exactly
cut this.
Jeff's dancing.
You're gonna have to cut this
Thursday
for
night.
the regular video,
I know.
so that there's elements of the 360 video in it.
Just confusing as can be.
Get the interns on it.
The interns, make the interns do it.
Get 'em going.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was another aspect that was really fun, the parties. And it was really cool this year. Last year, it was just the three of us, Julia, John, and I. And one of the nights, it was just John and I at maybe the most hip club that exists out there that I've ever been to. So it was very awkward. We went and got our free drinks and stood around and we're like bopping our heads like, yeah, okay, let's leave.
So this year we brought more guys,
Yes.
and
And one girl.
No, the girl came though.
The girl came.
Yeah.
The girl decided to go to the coolest nightclub because they told me to. So.
Yeah.
Which one was that one?
Omnia.
Omnia.
It is the coolest club ever in the history of my life.
Yep. You should give us table service for free.
Table service for free.
hashtag table service for free at Omnia next year at NAB.
That is on now both the
2017.
360 video and the Whites.
We need to let you know that we were invited back to Foundation Room. That's
Yes.
how cool we are.
Foundation room.
VIP. Julie was invited to a VIP pass at the Foundation Room when we were headed to the airport. We thought about staying forever.
We actually did. I debated having. I was really, really tired. I would have been like, just drop me off at Mandalay Bay.
Now, what they didn't tell us, sorry, I have
No,
to
no,
jump
go
in.
ahead.
What they didn't tell us is VIP is the entry level ticket.
is.
They're just like, let's call it VIP.
Yeah.
They'll think it's special.
We actually got in with the VIP the previous night, but we just
Yeah.
don't know
I-
that's what it was called.
I think it's important to point out here, though, that Scott, who was dressed, I'm going to quote John, like he was going
did
to
not
the
say that.
grocery store.
John definitely did say that. That was absolutely
you did.
John.
I did not
That was-
create that saying.
That was 100% John.
John
Well,
said that.
Hashtag John said it.
But
So he got in, and I think he used my name. So yes, although it was like entry level, he was not denied, and he had jeans on.
Now, Max had to get pants.
pants.
So,
Yes.
like,
Pants was
it's
the
like
thing.
cover your ankles
Yes.
and
Yeah.
your ugly calves or something.
Right.
Like, it didn't make
I
sense.
think I know why they want you wearing pants,
'Cause I don't
but
want to see white legs.
well, I don't think they want to see anything potentially, depending upon the shortness of your pants.
Wait, where are we going?
Yeah.
Because women can wear skirts and dresses.
Yeah, but she, they.
Do you have
did
shorts?
you see any women?
Wait. Tell me about your
Hi.
shorts.
They're very short.
Tell me.
They're practically a thong. That's how short the shorts are. Hence why I'm not wearing them today.
So Scott doesn't watch this. It was me.
You said it?
Yes.
he knows it was him. See? Put on me.
See, Julia can make reality with what she says, so I just jumping on there.
She
but
just goes.
Scott's not going to watch it. So
I
it
will
doesn't
say that
matter.
I liked that one of the other groups of people we were talking to actually commented that was this the one that was dressed like he's going to the grocery
Yeah.
store
Apparently, we told them that.
as they showed up, and it's
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, so that was fun. We met a really wonderful girl there named Brownie. Nothing to do with race, all to do with how she dressed.
Brownie Scout.
She was very brown.
Who decided to dance upon all the married men.
All the married men.
In a terrible way.
Where were you, Jeff?
Yeah. And when I tried to get the unmarried man in there or the girl to block, they wanted to have nothing. Like they just scattered into the bushes.
I don't even know where I was when this was happening. I
You
think
were
I was
outside.
I was
You
out
were out
chatting
Macking
up
on
some
Mac.
people. Yeah.
Chatting on the, can I say, crazy?
Crazy.
Okay.
Oh
I
yeah.
doubt she's going to watch this.
If any of my friends,
That'd be so cool if she
It
did.
would be great if she did.
Like it's like 2 thumbs down.
If you
on
watch,
YouTube.
if you end up watching this, you are invited here.
You are.
Just because that's like it's like the bonus VIP secret thing. You found the video,
Yep.
and now you're here.
that's secretly what all.
Of course, she probably does follow you.
Yeah,
on it,
She's
and
she's already
Following
stalking you.
you.
And she already
it's
knows
already
how to get
happening.
here.
This is why I live here now.
She's on a plane.
Can't let her know.
I don't think that's going to
The
help.
Omnia, so let's go back because I think it's worth talking about. So the Omnia is in Caesar's Palace, and when we went there, all the NAB people were like queuing up on the other side, so it didn't look very busy. So we kind of waited too long probably to get in line. But it's such an exclusive club that you had to get in line to get stamped to get into another line before they let you
To
in.
get stamped again before you get strip searched.
Only the men. The ladies.
Oh
get in front.
yeah. They're like, let me just get up in there and see. No, nothing. Okay.
Meanwhile, all this is happening. I'm trying to find my way back to the hotel, and I'm lost in the Paris Hotel Casino in a parking
It's
garage.
so big. All these
Staring at
these
the
spaces are
monorail.
so big.
Going, I can't get there. How do I
Yeah.
get there? I mean, it's
Yeah.
right there. I could throw a car, not a car, because I'm at the hole. I could throw a rock at it, and I can't get to it. And I was so.
Was it across like a road or what was it?
I was in
It's
the
like
park.
an
Yeah,
open space.
like it was like a side road. just
like nothing there. Like it
It
was
was
just
like a parking
blackness.
garage, a giant
like
Parking
side
lot,
road.
cement
Yeah, and then the
road, and then the
monorail.
monorail.
It was just like it's right there. And I've never been so disappointed in myself before, ever in my life. It was just like how do I get there? Like I've never been that way serious until that night, and I was just so like I quit. Like if I was this close to just laying down on the floor in the parking lot and being like, someone's gonna find me later. I don't know.
Someone would find you.
Somebody would find me,
I think
and that would have been the last time y'all had seen
Yeah.
Jeffro.
Jeff was gone. Max told us that when he was at Omnia, and you're so crammed in that this is how you dance. Like
One
this-
arm.
She's can't move.
You can't
She's
move.
got her hand up.
You just, like there's no like you can't bust it out. You can't do any side swaying. It's really difficult. So
I don't know. It felt like I was busting something out.
someone said to Max, "What? You're a terrible dancer."
Oh yeah. So one of these dudes. So we get pressed in with a lot of dudes, and it's nice because we at least have Julia there to feel more normal. Because yes. All right, moving on. Lots of dudes are
Lots of dudes.
are pressing in, and
the
one of
couple
them
that
turns.
was making out in front of us.
And that's another story for
That's
another
another
time.
time. But anyway.
A dude in front of Max turns around and is like, "You're really bad at dancing," which, to be fair, most of us were.
Yeah.
Pretty terrible at dancing. You just look around to the next person. But somebody actually said that to him
That's so.
and continued to dance there.
I've realized one thing about Vegas, and this is about Vegas, this is about Los Angeles, any of the bigger cities that I've ever been to, like nobody cares. Like especially when you're in a situation like that, because it's like, when am I ever going to run
Right.
into you?
There was
again?
lots of lame people there like
Yeah.
ourselves. So.
Yeah.
And it's like, I will say this to you, and I will turn my back, and you will be
Right.
gone in a sea of people who have, eaten you and taken you alive. The people at the Omnia were like the Starlight Pit, right?
It was,
That's what
yes,
was happening?
It was
Okay.
absolutely
That's how I picture
very,
it.
very much like tribal club, where they brought out fire sticks and we chanted and there was drumming, and then we ate a guy.
Sweet!
So
What's
You now have his
what
life
is-
essence. You will live for another 2.5 years.
that's great. I was hoping to make it to 34.
Good. Fantastic.
What is difficult?
Done and done.
What is difficult about being out there is, there's all these things to do, and then you're trying to like soak it up and go out to dinner and then go out to this really cool club that you would probably not be able to get into if you didn't have this
Right.
like you're at the
Spend a lot
nerd
of money
conference
to
show.
get into.
Yeah.
And then the next morning you get up and you're like, all right, 8 more miles down the conference floor. And that's why
Going to North
pacing
Hall,
yourself or
right.
figuring out what you want to do and planning in some like sitting for a little
Right.
bit is a good thing to do.
Well, that worked out like, well, see, no, I didn't go with you guys to Omnia. But had I, like, because that was Tuesday night, I
was
think,
Tuesday
right?
night.
So, like, Wednesday was the post-production, which I was in all day long, which for me would have been nice because it'd be like, I just have to get to that one room and then I can sit there for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And I pretty much did.
Yeah, being able to do sessions seems like it's a good mix too. If you get a regular pass, you can do like up to 3 super sessions. We didn't. We got a discounted one, and then this year they wised up and they got rid of those super sessions if you have a discounted ticket. So we got in essentially for free, but then we couldn't see anything, which was fine. And we ended up winning a drone, so that's cool.
Yes.
was very cool.
It's
We
so
we
cool.
won some money,
Last day.
and we won. It used to actually be like $2,000. Now they sell them for a lot cheaper. It's probably like $1,300 or $1,400 worth of drone.
I'll take it.
But still, that was a super cool experience for me. We entered into so many drawings. Like I probably still have so many of those tickets. And what did we do? We found Scott and brought him over, and there was the 3 of us, John, me, Max, and then Scott showed up, and I was like, "Go get your badge scan. Go get your badge scan. Go get your badge. We gotta try. We gotta win. We gotta do." But
It's exactly
4
how he said
days
it,
of
too.
people getting scanned, so dozens of thousands.
Oh, yeah.
I have to imagine. And they had a long list, and he went up onto the stage, the CEO or creator or whatever, and he's like, "All right, it's going to take a while, and you have to be here to win." So I got a bunch of names and da da da. And they're like, "All right, here we go, Ryan." And the first time you hear your name, like one of the other ones was John.
It was
and
John.
I was like, "Yeah," and then there's somebody else. It was like John. I don't know, hat maker or something else, some other.
It's like, no, my cousin again, curse you!
Your nemesis.
My nemesis. He follows
Sock.
me
Well, maybe
wherever
he's
I
the
go.
sock maker. Well, it'd be more of a compliment to you. So then Ryan and then Fring, last name, and we won, and that was really cool. I
And then
think
it was
everyone
like,
else was
that
super
is-
pissed.
That is my name. That's my name.
Everything else was super pissed. I just flashed my badge like an FBI agent. It's like, "This is me. Check it out. There it is." And he's like, "Here it is. It won't fly for you, but I haven't been able to get it to fly yet because it won't get GPS." So
Meanwhile, I'm out just
3DR.
winning $100 plug-in because of a Danny
Oh.
Elfman question.
I thought you were going to talk about the other hundreds of dollars that you
Right.
won gambling.
Oh
as
yes,
well.
that. Well, they all blend together. I forget them sometimes.
Cool.
I can't help it that I managed to sit at a blackjack table and go from $50 to $275.
Can you? Can you not help that?
I can't help that. It's just one of life's mysteries.
It was really fun to watch because I don't know how much he had when I showed up, but he went from like four, probably $20 for a bet to 25 to like 40 or 50 per bet. He just kept stacking as he kept winning. And then after a couple of those big stacks of winning, he's like, all right, I'm good. So clearly he doesn't have a problem. We got to work on that.
Wait, you want me to have a problem? Should I be addicted to
Wait,
gambling? I
no.
can be addicted to blackjack. That's fine. That game's
No.
great. Anybody got a deck of cards?
I want
no,
you to-
I got it on my phone. Don't worry about it.
I want you to do it on games that I can bet on you on. Because I don't think I can
playing,
bet on you on
Can
blackjack.
you
I'm
bet on
playing
me
Game of
playing
Cards
on
right
it?
now.
Game of Cards of Thrones?
Yeah.
Breaking Games of Thrones?
You could play very cheaply, and then whenever Jeff gets an ace up, you could bet on his hand.
Yes.
You could do that.
Because that is what the
Yeah, you had so many 21s.
yeah, the dude, the gentleman
Russian
across
guy.
me, the Russian guy across from me, kept because I 3 hands in a row, I got aces as my first card, and we both bet, and I got 21.
Whenever you have a Russian betting on you, you know
I'm
you're doing
okay.
something right.
Unless we go out and play Russian roulette.
He's like,
Wait, he's betting on you.
I'm
to
betting you. I'm betting you.
Where are you
bet
going? I won
die.
you.
You die here.
Here right now.
Where do you have pants? We had to buy Max pants to get into the club, and for whatever reason,
love that story
we turned
so
it into
much.
like a Russian
We're like,
mobster.
Dude,
Max,
have
we can go
pants?
back to the hotel. We have 2 hours before we can get into the club. Nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna buy him here.
And bought pants.
And he did.
At a fairly fashionable store at the
At a
Mandalay
really
Bay.
reasonable price,
Yeah,
because
it's good.
all
You
the
got-
shops at Mandalay Bay are
Sounds like
very
a
pricey.
commercial for this store here. It was very reasonable, but fashionable at the same time.
Needed to
Meteor.
get into a club, but you don't have your
Name
pants?
goes
Come on
into the
down. I turned it into like a mom and pop grocery store or like a car lot. Sorry.
So as we have about 10, 13 minutes left, 12 minutes left. I wanted to get winners and losers or something awesome for NAB. So, who do you think won the show? Who do you think lost? Or just something amazing that happened and you're happy you went and so thankful to those who brought you?
I got nothing.
I'll go.
Okay,
The
no,
Creative Master Series, we sat in on Catnap.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
Nobody called me out on trying to get positive feedback towards bringing.
Oh, no,
you
I'm going
guys in.
to.
Oh, no. We're going into it. That's, you
You're
gotta let us tell our
supposed to
thing.
make fun of it.
Oh.
I'm not actually looking for validation. I was
Oh.
looking for a joke.
Well, I said I got nothing. Does that count?
It would have had you said it differently.
I had to say it louder. I got nothing.
Now I just feel kind of douchey.
Well,
Thanks, guys. All right, so Julia.
I am very appreciative
So
that
we
you guys
had,
brought us.
what was the first one? Oh, Revenant and The Big Short.
Big Short. You had
So we had
the editor
Hank
of
Corwin and
Stephen Mirioni. Yeah, Mirioni. Which, here, let me just read some of the man's editing filmography. The Revenant, Birdman, Monuments Men, The Hunger Games Part 1, The
Ocean's
Informant,
films.
The Leatherheads, Oceans, all three Oceans, Good Night, Good Luck, 21 Grams, Confessions of a
wow.
Dangerous Mind, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, Traffic, Go.
Basically, they shoot a movie.
Swingers.
They shoot a movie and they're like, we don't know what to do
No.
with
Yeah,
this.
they gave this is the guy who because we got to talk to him
I
afterwards.
said to Jeff, I was like, Jeff, we're going up and getting his picture. And Jeff's like, I'm like, no, we're going to go talk to him.
I don't know what
I
to
have
say
something
to
to
him.
say, so we're going to go up and talk to him. And he was so nice.
He was so nice. We got our picture taken with him. It's currently on screen right
It's
now.
going to be on screen. It is right
Look
now.
at that. I called that
And then I
one.
ate it.
Oh no! Big bite taken out of my face. But he was so cool to just meet and.
I was like, will you podcast on our Working Title podcast? He's like, yes. I'm like, here's my card. I didn't have a card, so I don't know how I'm going to get a hold of him, but I'm going to try.
And you gave him a high five. He's like, okay, lady.
Okay, lady. She's gonna.
Oh, 3D. The experience is being ruined.
So then Catnapped. I want to talk about Catnapped and Keanu, the movie Keanu. The title of the session was Catnapped, and they had the director and the DP talk about the new Key and Peele movie.
Which looks brilliant.
It's
by the
so
way.
brilliant. The thought that they went into, their favorite movie is Heat, and so they wanted to take this like comedic gangster movie with Key and Peele, but make it look like Heat.
Yeah.
And
And
then
they
used
shot it as if it was a serious film.
with real kittens that they started training at 2 weeks of age, which is crazy. So,
Oh, that movie looks so fantastic.
so it was very validating when Jeff got very validated during the Revenant talk
Yes.
because the dude basically was like, this is my process for editing Steven.
The dude is literally me. Like
And-
maybe
yeah,
like
and
10
Jeff
more
is
years
like,
from now.
That's how Jeff edits.
And red
just
hair.
so you guys know. That's how Jeff edits, just like an Academy Award.
So if you
winning
guys
editor.
handed me Ocean's 14, got it. Not a
Done.
problem.
Done.
Done. So the director of...
Wait, John and I, if we handed it
You
to
have
Yes.
to hand me Ocean's
Okay.
14.
Yeah.
You guys are Steven Summers.
The director for
Not Steven
Keanu
Sommers.
is basically like, a film is made in pre-pro. I'm like, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. So it was really great. And Jungle Book was unbelievable.
Steven Soderbergh, sorry.
And what was the last one?
Oh, the last one was Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool. Oh, yeah. And then I was disappointed because I found out that all the car chase scenes, all the exterior car chase scenes on the freeway were all CGI.
fake. Yeah. Isn't that amazing,
Oh
though?
my God.
See, like the
Like-
thing, you're disappointed,
Oh my
and
gosh.
that's what I told her.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're sad that it wasn't real,
Right. Yeah.
but then you have to sit there and think, you didn't realize it
Right.
wasn't real,
Right.
And that says huge amounts
Yeah.
for the VFX work on a
Right.
very low budget film.
Right.
Yeah. So I was exceptionally grateful that my bosses took me along to this because there maybe weren't as many producer things for a producer to do, but I got a lot out of it.
See, now I just feel
So thank
douchey
you.
because I was looking for some kind of joke, and now you're being sincere.
They
I was
did
trying to
make
leave her
me
behind.
make me gamble. That wasn't fun because I don't really like gambling, but
Julia and I
just
was
gotta
like,
get you to bet on
Julia,
Jeff next
come over
time."
here to this table.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Watch. We put our chips in and we lose. We're done. That's it.
Was that Pai Gow? Or did you drink-
no, that was,
that was-
Craps at Mandalay Bay where they were like,
Oh, Craps.
guys, we're sorry.
Yeah,
like,
they were
legitimately
apologizing.
felt bad.
It
about
was very unlucky. There's
Yeah.
no way we should have lost that fast. It was just like, nope, nope, and nope. All right.
It's just gone. So that was the downside. Was the $50 I lost at Craps in 5
I
minutes.
thought the tables we were at were really great, though. Like you're saying, very encouraging, and people would joke with you
Yeah.
and have a good time, and be like, "You don't want to do that." And you're like, okay, no, then and then you win.
They weren't just like stone faced staring at you,
Yeah,
being like,
yeah.
all right,
Middle of
whatever,
that
it's your
last
money.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second time we gambled last time, or halfway through the one time we did some big gambling for craps last year, we got like they're like, all right, we're going to take the real nice guy away and give you a real mean guy. How's that sound? And it sucked, and we left, but it was really great this year.
What about you, Ryan?
Oh, cool. I mean, it was really cool to win that drone because we were looking at that, the 3DR Solo. It's got all those kind of programmable features and works with GoPros and is just really fantastic. So if I can ever get a GPS signal, it'll be really cool to see how it flies.
Just tape your phone to it.
That was really fun. I think last year we went a little harder. I went a little harder because I didn't want to leave John hanging. John's always up for everything.
Yeah.
But this year, like, one or two nights, I was definitely like, nope,
Yep.
I'm done.
Yep.
I need to sleep. And it was fantastic because then I was extremely refreshed and it was a little more my speed. And then I was able to go out. And then like the last two nights, I think, I didn't want to stop. And I was like, okay, well, I saved up my energy. And
Yeah, at 2 a.m. at the foundation room, I was like, guys, it's time to go. I realized, I'm like, we could all stay out like 2 more hours, but it's going to be really bad the next
That's
day.
what it was.
Really bad. Because I wasn't ready to go, but I just knew it was a good idea.
And it seemed like
for
the
us
crowd
to
was
go.
getting like to be like more like us, like
Yeah.
kind of young people. Because in the beginning, it was kind of light on people. Then like a lot of, I don't know, fancy people came in and were very serious about
Yes.
things. And then a bunch of people came in afterwards that were like us. Fancy people left. And I was like, no, these are people that we could actually
Yeah.
talk to and have a conversation. But it was already 2 something.
Yeah.
Had that been like, had Friday not been the day we'd gone home, had we gone home like on Saturday, but Friday was just kind of like a
Yep.
general relaxing day, yeah, we probably would have been out until
Oh my-
So
morning.
this is
yeah.
what it was, is take that evening and then on the way back you stop and learn how to play craps, and that's what it was
Yeah,
last year.
that's
But it was. So yeah, that was fun. And then actually, so Omnia dancing this time was really fun with Julia and Max and John. That was just a really great experience. Music did not stop. And yeah, the foundation room is always fantastic. I like that a lot. And I mean, seeing all the gear and talking to everyone was really great. It was cool this year because Blackmagic didn't have 36 products that they were announcing and not shipping for a year. They had 8 and only one of them wasn't shipping, and so they're kind of more reserved. Everybody else is also more reserved, Canon and everyone. Maybe 1 or 2 major products and not a ton of other things. So it was kind of cool to chill out a little bit more with
Yeah.
all the tech
Yeah.
and not be overwhelmed by it like last year. So I like that as well.
Let's see here.
John, what'd you like?
Winners and losers is the theme.
I'm the winner, obviously.
The VR stuff is a big winner. I mean, GoPro maybe. GoPro's because they've been out there. People know who they are. They're trusted, and then they're like, "Hey, we have a rig to get into this VR stuff." So you kind of need somebody legit to say, "Yeah, we're doing this too." So maybe that's a big winner. I feel like a lot of people are going to trust GoPro and then
Right.
trust that the VR stuff.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
This is a really cool product that we got at whatever the name of that thing is. I'm pointing at the 3D stick.
The Rico Tesla 3.
There are so many different elements we have to talk about. Like, well, these are the audience, but then there's the 360, but then there's the podcast people. There's so many different things.
So maybe that's a good thing. One of the losers, I guess, and I felt this last year too, and maybe it's because we're not in the market for it, but I look at like Panasonic or like JVC,
yeah.
and I'm just like, they have these huge booths, and I'm like, what are you
What are you doing? Yeah.
Now, and maybe it's like newscasters or like news studios, and they're just trying to get like some market share from some stations that are like using the stuff. But either way, like the products that are coming out from Sony and Canon, like I don't see anything that excites me in those other, and so I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
I wonder if
don't
there's
know.
more Asian markets for them.
It could be.
Oh, that could be.
Because you see a lot of suits and a lot of Asian people in suits, as opposed to Canon, Panasonic, read Black Magic that seemed to be focused very much in the West. I wonder if that's what it is.
could
But I'm totally the same way. Like, yeah, you guys look like you're trying really hard and no one cares out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
What about you, Jeffro?
Nobody seems to care. It kind of goes back to what we were discussing, like just that seeing the editor from all those films from the Oceans and the Stephen Marioni, that guy just, that was awesome. To feel validated or like in what you do, and honestly to hear a professional talk about it, and it could be for anything. It doesn't have to be just editing. I've heard other people talk about different topics, and I'm like, well, I kind of do that. I've heard writers talk and be like, well, I kind of do that too, and.
Yeah,
But
there's definitely a validating effect there.
Right. To know, like, okay, I am doing something right because
Yeah.
yes, that's how I approach it, or that's how I like the one of the workshops I did was like just here's how you organize your Premiere file for a large project, and I'm like, well, yeah, I do that. I may not name it that, but I do it pretty much that exact same way. So just that. To know that you're doing things correctly, that was my big win. But yeah, hearing that guy talk was just so cool. Actually, both of them were really awesome. That guy Hank, which Joe knows.
Yeah, Hank was. Yeah, he was a cool cat too. That whole afternoon was really.
It was just so much
fantastic.
fun. It was about 4.5-5 hours of sitting and very quick and a lot of stuff, a lot of things covered, and that kind of started getting a little exhausting by the time Deadpool hit. But it was still. I mean, you can't complain to be that close to industry professionals. And this is why I would like to thank my bosses for taking me out.
I still feel really douchey because I was trying to make a joke and just kind of left me hang.
But it's all serious. We're all sincere.
And then you're sincere. So we'll just cut that out. Just get rid of that.
That's all I got.
It's not recording, but that's awesome.
What?
Well, we ran out of the 25 minutes.
Oh, that's true. That is very true. All right.
Good.
Can't wait for next year. Can I
who
say
wants,
that?
Yeah, one of you should sign us off.
Let's see. I'm Julia Smith,
Oh, wait.
producer at Backflip. You can find me on Twitter
Yeah.
at Jules E. Smith.
Let's do that. At Jules E. Smith.
At
Let's Backflip.
and at Let's Backflip and at Couch of Characters. At Couch Characters.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Occasionally,
plug that.
I do
Let's plug that.
Occasionally, I do a podcast with my friend Madeline.
If I don't lose it.
If Jeff doesn't lose it, because I think he's trying to sabotage our success. And we're either going to do Broad City next or the Underwoods from House of Cards.
Oh my gosh,
Underwoods
it's
would be
amazing.
cool.
They, how do you phrase it? Do you psychoanalyze?
Yeah, we
or-
basically take marriage and family therapy techniques and apply it to film and television characters. It's really funny, and we have a
It's
really
so
good
good.
time. So we
Yeah.
just have to find more time to do it. So
Check it out.
At Couch Characters.
Downstairs.
And, at Jules E. Smith. You can find me at Backflip. Partying on.
You can find me also at Backflip. What are we doing? I'm at Ryan Fring at the BitLife Show. I'm here. I know. Just move on.
I'm Shoe John Maker, and you can follow me for 1 week during NAB every year when I post all the photos, and then that's it.
It's so true.
Because yeah,
That's about. And I am at Random Bell. Also, my podcast, Franchise Schmanchise, which is now officially it's officially now on Google Play.
Oh.
Google Play opened up their podcasting section,
Hey.
and it is located on Google Play as well as on iTunes, where we take a gander at franchises, one movie at a time.
At iTunes as well, where there's a
And-
few podcasts.
Where there's just like one or two of them. It's really hard to miss it.
But is it on Google Plus? What the audience really wants to know.
Well, if it's on Google Play, I probably should put it on Google Plus, right?
What's Google Plus?
I don't know, something.
Something.
Some place where places go to die.
So sad.
I know. But yeah,
Bring it
what?
Bring it back.
Bring back Google Plus?
All right, now you can sign us off. Julesy.
Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please tune in May for our new episodes. And that's it. My fantastic team here.
Milk blue shirt.
Milk Blue.
Blue milk shirt.
Peace in. Keep the
Giving
peace.
out.
Don't wait.
Checking
Giving up.
out. I don't know.
so
Keep the
I
peace in.
can't even talk anymore. That's it.
I pretty much just went for the lamest idea that I could think of. I don't know why I went there. We have B-roll. We'll show you pictures of us.
There's thread coming out of my crotch.
Thread on his pants. This is real life, folks.
It's more like playing for a theatrical production. You're like, your expressions have to be a lot bigger.
Ooh.
He washes up on a beach.
Yes, and it becomes a lumberjack.
Yes.
One of those names where they're like, what should we name him? Stan. It's a girl. Add an A at the end.
And Anna, stand up.
Stana.
Actually, I'll just show up, take my shoes off right away, put them up on the
It's a
table.
power move, yeah.
Sorry to anyone named Stana.
Gonna put my mic
You have
in
a
front of my
man's
terrible
name with
outfit
an
that I
A
have
at
on
the
today.